Welcome, as we do every year when we do this show, Be Waring, who was Miss America, believe it or not, in 1948. You don't look like it was 40 years ago when you...
It was. It was. It's hard to believe sometimes.
You have a picture aging in a closet somewhere, don't you? Like
I know a lot of them. Stacks of them. Curling up.
It is changing, isn't it, the pageant?
Oh, yes. In 40 years, it's changed. I happen to agree with the girls. It is still basically a beauty pageant, even though Atlantic City would probably cringe when they hear us say that. But let's face it, that's what we are looking for, not only outer beauty, but the inner beauty as well, and that's what it's basically all about.
But if it was a TV show of inner beauty, Shirley MacLaine would host it and nobody would watch.
I don't know.
But what I'm saying is it's the outer beauty that sells the soap.
That's right.
On television.
And you know, there was an article, comment in New Women's Magazine this month, which was, I think, a wonderful concept. The fact that men go out and compete for scholarships, football scholarships, basketball scholarships, in order to go to college. That's exactly what these girls are doing. They're competing to go to school in with whatever they have, whatever physical abilities they have and talent they have to offer. And I don't see any criticism of that.
If there is an image of Miss America, it is not of the answer to the interview. It is not of the particular talent. It's of the bathing suit.
No. Oh, well, all right, because that's what started it. That's what started in 1921. That was the basis of the whole thing. There have been rumors that will be replaced in a few years in Atlantic City. I do hope it is not. I see nothing wrong with it. Even 40 years out, I still think it's part of the program. But that's just because it started 21 years ago when you had that concept. But you know, these people who criticize us, Tom, for being a meat show and everything like that, you know, we're not forcing them to enter the pageant. We're not, and they shouldn't, they have a right to express their opinion, like we do too. But to revolt against it and to picket against it, I wish they would use their energies in some other form. There's plenty of things in this world that have to be gone after and make people aware of.
We had a guest here who had been a former model. Well, you remember her name? Anybody on the sidelines? It's escaping my own short-term memory. Ann Simonton, right? Who dressed up in pimento loaf. And,
I was on with Ann Simon last year.
Yeah.
On another station here in town, and
that doesn't make you a bad person.
Oh, good. I'm glad of that. I'm glad. But my point to her was, and I turned to her and said, "You are so articulate. You're so capable. Why don't you go out and do something that will help the homeless, the AIDS situation?" The things that are valuable to our lifestyle. This happens to be a lifestyle that these girls care to enter and to benefit themselves. Some girls, I've done 5 state pageants this year around the country, and the girls have put themselves through college, years of college, by entering these pageants, getting first, second, third runner-ups, and going on and enabling them to go to school.
Now, Julie has mentioned in talks with us before the show that you think you're a type that doesn't usually win Miss America. What do you mean?
Well, when I was younger, I always used to watch Miss America and feel like I want to do that someday, but I haven't trained a talent since I was 3 years old, and that's always been my holdback, that I always feel that you have to do this since you're very small. But I didn't start my dance training until I was in college, and I guess in the last maybe 3-4 years really concentrated on my dance participation. And the Miss America Scholarship, having won my state level, now is funding my master's degree in education. So it's very, very, very valuable to me.
But that's good, but I still didn't get a clear answer. Why do you feel you're not a type?
Because I haven't trained in my talent.
It's only on talent. You're not talking about the way you look or the way...
I don't think I'm a raving beauty by anybody's standard, so when I hear that Miss America's not beauty pageant, that's what I agree with, because having myself being a representative now, I don't call it a beauty pageant, so...
Just like Maria said, it's the eyes of the beholder. They are beautiful in their own right. It's those people who are sitting in the audience the same way. I mean, who are we to judge that kind of a beauty? Because we don't know what it is. It's beautiful to someone, but not to someone else.
It's all in how you feel about yourself. You can put someone, it doesn't matter, you can put someone in a $25,000 gown. If they don't feel good about themselves, they're not going to sell it.
I look lousy in a $25,000.
But it's all in selling yourself. And that's what you're doing.
Tom, don't feel bad. The girls, there's been some Miss Americas that have just been able to play one number or perform one number. And they've done it. All you need is 2.5 minutes on that stage. And there are some of us who studied since I was 10 years old on my instrument, but that doesn't make it any better than your dance, which she does very dramatically. So, you know, don't feel bad about that.
I think my talent will be very presentable.
Of course it will.
On the Atlantic City stage, but it's what I mean is a lot of girls have it in their mind that you have to be trained since the day you walk, and that's really not the case.
We have a young lady here. Are you an aspiring pageant contestant, do you think? What's your question?
How old were they when they first started?
How old are you right now?
8.
You're 8 years old? You think you might start doing something like this?
Yes.
You look good in a crowd. All right. How old were you when you started?
I was 19 in college.
Good. Let's go right down the line.
17, senior in high school. 19.
I was 20 when I came to the Miss America program.
Yeah.
21.
We have, and B, how about
18.
18. We have Corey Lynn Colburn here, who is Miss Junior New Hampshire, 1988. Now, what's the difference between, how old are you, first of all?
18.
You're 18 now. So is this like a step before you get ready for the state pageants, or what's the delineation, Miss Junior New Hampshire?
The Miss Junior New Hampshire program is a part of the Miss Junior America program, so it's a younger version of the Miss America program.
Like the farm team. Is that right? Now, you've already been to the Nationals, huh?
Yes, I went to the Nationals in Beverly Hills, California in October.
And how'd it go?
It went very well.
Yeah.
I had a wonderful time. John Davison was our host, and it was just...
And he's a real party animal, from what I understand. Right?
He was great, and it was just great being there and participating, and it was a wonderful experience.
So do you want to be the next Miss New Hampshire? Or, can you compete now in the Miss New Hampshire pageant?
I will be turning 19 in October, so Miss America starts 19.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
I'll see you here next year on the panel, I would think. All right, let's go over here. Don't pull her hair now. That's not polite, is it? Who had a question over here? Oh, back here.
Did you meet a lot of people through pageants, and did you keep in touch with those people if you did?
Well, I just like to say that I am rooming now with a girl that was in the Miss Massachusetts pageant with me. I've made so many close friends through this program because we're all sharing similar interests and all ambitious college students, and you know, you find that common bond, and it makes for a lasting friendship.
It's no different than any other sport. You make friends with your teammates or your competitors, and it's I think the same thing. You enjoy talking with these girls and relating your same interests, and it's really enjoyable. And you get a chance to see what type of woman you are, the talents that you have. I never thought I'd be performing up on stage with, in the Miss America, thousands of people, and having a good time and being able to express myself. So I think that's an important part that I learned about myself.
Who else? Over here. Okay, let me come around here. I want to find out when we come back, too, what exactly happens. I mean, we see the results of days of work and planning when we watch the pageant, but what are they going to put you folks through when you get there? I want to find out later.
When you were little, did you ever dream about doing this or think about doing it?
I think everybody does. We all do. You
I
always
think from the outside of television, I think this is what has brought it into the home, so the girls have really become quite attuned to it.
My sister and I always sat right in front of the TV, and we picked out who we thought was going to win, and it was so much fun. It's like, I wonder if one day I could be on stage. And
Now, do you think if this were a big radio event that there'd be a wider variety of women who'd participate?
It was a radio event 40 years ago, Tom. It wasn't on television.
But I mean, the image of what's on the screen, so it would seem so severely dictates what the woman must look like. A 4 foot or 5 foot one.
I just want to say one thing, is that the interview is the first time the judges see the girls. And that makes the biggest impact on them because they decide then who they're going to watch, who they think is the most intelligent, well-spoken, and can articulate and present themselves the best and be themselves. And from that point on, they kind of have in their mind who they want to keep their eye on. And Kaylani Ray Rothko, Miss America, won the interview competition.
And what percentage does that matter?
That's
in the
20, I think. But that's your first impression that the judges get, and it's when you meet anybody. When you're doing a job interview, the first time that you're introduced to another queen or or a director or a president, that helps you in anything that you do for the rest of your life.
Are you gonna be a pageant participant at some point, you think?
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe, okay. What happens when you get to Atlantic City? Let's find that out when we come back after this.